Welcome back to the show. Let's say you decided that this is the year that you work on your inner and your outer self. You might start with a faith-based university. Olga?
Many of us promise to nurture ourselves more this new year. It seems we're always taking care of others. And now it's time to treat ourselves and stimulate our minds. One of the ways we can accomplish this is to perhaps change careers, try a new hobby, even return to school, which can open up a world of possibilities. Truly it can. Our guest says school is an excellent choice, especially one with a holistic approach. Meet Dr. Elaine Thorpe, a dean at Andrews University in Berrien Springs, Michigan. Good morning.
Good morning.
You like the weather in South Florida?
I love the weather in South Florida, but I left a beautiful, beautiful campus. So
and you really did.
That.
And I really want to talk about it because I love this idea of not only nurturing our mind, but also our body and our spirit. How does that happen there?
Well, one of the things that we do, we really believe that it's terrific for students to have access to information. Knowledge is important, but knowledge is not the only thing. The mind is not the only thing that operates the human being. Human beings are also spirit and body. And we believe that all three of these things, mind, spirit, and body, must work together for the students to really appreciate what to do with knowledge. So they don't just gather more fact, but they know what to do with the fact. They know how to live their lives. They know how to be responsible people.
And I want to talk more about that. But first, Doctor, I was reading here you are dean at the university's School of Distance Education, which I'd like clarification on that, and international partnerships. So what is the difference between these two, and what exactly are they?
Okay, so the School of Distance Education and International Partnerships is that school at Andrews University that brings together really the offering of online courses, which is a big thing nowadays. Almost every university is offering online courses, which makes access to information more available, makes information more available to students everywhere, no matter where they're located. But we're also the school that is in charge of international partnerships for both international students who are coming on campus, but also the more than 30 sites that we have around the world. So Andrews University is really a global university. We have a global outreach. We have more than 5,700 students. About 4,000 of those students are studying on campus, and the rest study either online or off campus.
And the campus, as you and I were talking a few minutes before we started the segment, it really does have a different feel from lots of campuses. So I want to go back to that holistic approach because I see here you're operated by the Seventh-day Adventist Church. So how does all that tie together and make this campus just different?
Well, one of the things that's very important to Seventh-day Adventists is this idea of holism. That the body is something that supports the mind, that the mind is something that supports the spirit, and all of these things work together. And so at the heart of our university, you'll find at the very middle of our university, you'll find a beautiful church, Pioneer Memorial Church, one of the most beautiful churches you could ever imagine. Our university is also an arboretum. It's part of the National Arboretum because we believe in the beauty of the environment, of making a difference for students. And we have a wonderful farm with a dairy farm. We grow vegetables. Students work on growing vegetables and milk, and we provide those wonderful products to our community.
Now, I also noticed, and you told me about a globe in the entrance. Yes. What does that represent?
When you come into Andrews University, we have this beautiful sculpture, which is basically a globe. We believe that Andrews University provides an education for students from around the world. We have students from 98 countries who come to the university, but we also believe that it's important for the students in North America to have a sense of what the world is around them, because they're citizens of the world too. They're not just going to spend the rest of their lives in the US, they're going to be working for companies that have contracts overseas, or they might even be working overseas themselves.
And I know you're a faith-based university, but I do want to clarify that if you don't want to be a member of the, and it's called the Seventh-day Adventist Church, you don't have to if you want to attend the university, right?
We have students from almost every faith on our campus. We have Saudi students who are obviously practicing Muslims. We have students who we would like to think they believe something, but they're not sure that they believe much of anything. So we actually run the gamut, and everyone is welcome.
But I love the fact that you're not only stimulating the mind, you're stimulating everything of the person's body and spirit. It kind of all comes together when they leave there.
Yes, and one of the things we want students to do is recognize how important faith is. That even if they're not Seventh-day Adventists, faith is an important plays an important role in their lives. It gives sort of a sense of purpose to them, and a recognition that there are things that are more important than just meeting their own needs.
And I don't know if this has a purpose, but I have to ask, that little turtle.
Oh.
Is there a meaning behind that?
Well, the turtle, yeah, I guess you could say I'm a graduate of the University of Maryland, so this is a little bit of a bow to the Terrapins, but also reminds me, because I did not have the advantage of an Adventist education. I was raised outside Adventist education, outside Christian education. And I recognized when I started teaching in a Christian school what I was missing. Because when I talk to students on campus at Andrews University, I can share what I believe. I can share what is at the core of my foundation as a human being. When I taught at the University of Maryland, when I was a student at the University of Maryland, then became a graduate student and did some teaching, I couldn't do that. I could only teach the literature classes I was assigned to teach.
Amen to that. And for our viewers out there who'd like more information on the university?
They can go to our website, andrews.edu.
Thank you so much. I look forward to maybe one day looking at that, the heart of the school, which is that church.
Oh, I wish you would. It's a beautiful, beautiful church.
Thank you for your time, Doctor. And for more information on how you can discover your future, visit Andrews.edu or our website, thebalancingAct.com.